Yo, Chip.
Alright, man, what's going on, y'all? It's Primo Sports, episode 5. Now we out here, man. We got the mics and shit. It's your host, Jake Spreading Love. Of course, I'm with my co host.
You already know who it is. It's your man Lex. It's all about all sports, no hype, Primo Sports. Another episode. It's gonna be a good one. And let's start by just talking about what happened last night, man. Pacers showed up, huh?
Yeah, man. Looks like Halliburton, looks like that calf wasn't really too hurt from what I'm seeing, but maybe he just needed to rest up those 2 days to try to get it right. It came out. I mean, he didn't really he hooped. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing. Uh, but T.J. McConnell, man, I would say
My
he's
dog.
he's the hero, man. Like he's just that pesky dude that you need on your team, man. He gonna get the steal. He's gonna and a lot of times what you're seeing is just like high IQ plays to where he knows that you're about to pass it. Like Jalen Williams, for example, had it on the other side of the court, and when he was about to pass it, you could tell T.J. McConnell was looking at him from the side, like with the little side eye, like, bro,
Almost like it was.
I know you about to throw that shit. And as much as Jalen Williams was balling, game 5 going crazy, dropping 40, and this one he was doing his thing, 24 points, but like his turnovers really be on some lackadaisical, we not really caring shit.
Yeah,
And you could just tell like what it is right now that's killing each team when they lose is turnovers. So,
yeah.
like Shea had 8. Like I don't know what's going on, but at the same time, like I've seen them do this and then bounce back and go crazy. So like ain't nothing better than Game 7 NBA Finals, man. So Sunday 8 o'clock, we gonna see what happens.
Yeah, for me, when it comes to OKC, yeah, it was the turnovers, but it was also Chet. Like, where are you? Like, where are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you're on a milk carton right now because like with these dudes having the turnovers that they had, this was your moment, I feel like, to step up. And you didn't. I don't know where you was at, man. With the talent that you have and all that, man, I feel like you could have did a lot more for your team yesterday. Um, I didn't see a lot from the bench neither, but I just yeah, Indiana just came to play last night, man. They showed up. They knew what they had to do, and they did it. They knew exactly what they had to do, and they did it, man. And shout out to them for what they did and what they were able to accomplish.
Yeah, man. So look, I just see it like this. It's a fucking series, man, and I'm glad we got it. I'd rather have, Game 7 than a sweep, or you know what I mean? Like a lot of people counted Indiana out, and I'll say this, man, if Indiana wins this chip, this is one of the more impressive ones in the last in recent memory because they don't have a superstar. And from what I was seeing, like I'm not gonna act like these are my stats, you know what I'm saying, but like Chris Broussard and them was breaking down something. They said the last team that won like a chip that didn't have like superstar and all of that was like the '79 Sonics, bro. Like you feel
And
me?
that's a long, long time
That's a
ago.
long
Yeah,
ass
that's a
time.
while
That's
ago.
a long
So
time
for
ago.
something like that to happen, that's definitely amazing. I definitely feel like this series exceeded everybody's expectations. Um, I think everybody just expected this series to just be corny and like OKC was just gonna walk through the Pacers and it was just gonna be an easy matchup for them. But you can clearly see that that's not what it's been. It's been a back and
Not at
forth
all.
battle. Like you said earlier, the defense has been the difference for both teams. Both of them have been stepping up and creating a lot of turnovers. And for on each team, there's been somebody to step up other than the star player. And for whatever reason, just either on the defensive end, just rebounding or
Look,
scoring,
I'll
whatever.
say who stepped up, man, that nobody talking about is Nemhard too. Yesterday
Yo,
he be
bro,
hooping. He
Nemhard
really
stepped
be
up,
hooping,
man.
yo.
He like Indiana has a team of just straight up hoopers, bro.
They
Like,
have 8 players averaging double digits right
and
now.
that's hard to stop.
That's insane.
That's hard to stop because it's like if one player falls off, then you still got seven others that you got to worry about that are giving you at least 12 to 15 points. So, that adds up, and compared to just having two dudes right now on OKC who are kind of being consistent with their scoring. Like I said, Chet is I don't know where he's at, man.
I think he had like 4 points or some shit like that. Like
Like, yo, where is he
he's
at,
really
fam?
not doing shit like at all. Like Chet is not the bet, bro. Every time I could put him for 12 gang, and he not gonna get that for me, and that's a problem, bro. You not getting 12. You feel me? You 7 feet doing all this for what? And it's
Right.
because he got no body pause, man. He's really little. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying? It's like we
he
said it
looks
last
small
time,
out
but
there,
he's small.
bro.
He looking it as the shit goes on, it's just looking worse. And
Yeah,
you would think that, again, Miles Turner doesn't show up.
right,
Naismith ain't doing shit really. It's still they still had more players to do shit. Like Obi
right.
went off. I think Obi ended
Yo,
up with the
Obi's
most
doing his
points.
thing. Like
It's
he's
crazy. He's actually being real consistent from the three.
yeah,
You know what I'm
he is.
saying?
He
He
is.
running the floor.
He is. He's running the floor big time, bro.
Yeah.
Like him and TJ McConnell off the bench, bro. Them two right there, man, are doing great. They're playing their roles. They're doing exactly what you need them to do. You're not asking them to go and get you 30. You're not asking them to go and get you 25.
No, not
Just
at
yo,
all.
just go get me 10 to 12,
It's a
bro. Run the
little
floor,
slight 10,
hit
12
some,
type shit.
you know what I'm saying? Run the floor, play some solid defense. The ball is gonna find you. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's gonna find you because Siakam, he's probably been the most consistent on the team as far as scoring goes. And yeah, but
Shit.
I'm just
Speaking of
gonna keep going
Siakam,
right back to I'm just gonna keep going back to Chet, man. Like,
yeah, nah, Chet not doing shit, but yo,
he
speaking of Siakam, what was that? That boy summoned some crazy shit,
yeah,
yo.
fam. He wilded out with what he did, fam. I don't he
Cause I ain't gonna hold you. Look, if we doing a prayer, and
yeah.
I happen to just, I know I understand you're supposed to have your head bowed, but every
Right,
once in a
right.
while, maybe you peek up because you didn't know whether it was, everybody was done yet. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
So you kind of just, you peek up and you look to the left and you just see, bro, I mean,
Yeah.
yo, fam, what happened there? I gotta ask you. I'm gonna have to ask him, like, yo, fam, did you really see, like,
My first question would be, yo, you alright?
yo, and not for nothing, bro. You gotta think where he from. I feel like they probably channel into that type of shit.
Yeah,
Cameroon, I'm
yeah,
saying, like,
man.
they probably,
You
they be
never
on
know.
some
He could be
spirit
messing
shit,
with. There could be some
some
Santeria
spiritual
in
shit.
there, but I'm not
Yeah,
putting that on him. So
I'm
don't
not putting
shoot
it
me
on
dead.
them.
Don't
Look,
come
look,
at me.
they
It
hooped.
was just it just looked wild, crazy for him to have his eyes rolling back in his head while they're doing the team prayer and all of that. Like
Yeah,
that
nah,
was just wild.
it's like
It was
what?
wild to see. Feel me?
Yeah, like it looked like it when it happened too. They showed that they showed Jalen Williams when he
Yeah,
got dunked on,
yeah.
and it looked like the same face when he got dunked on. It looked like he was looking at him the same way, eyes rolling back. Like
Yeah,
pause on that, but it is what it is, man. I
yeah,
mean,
man.
look, sometimes you gotta channel some shit to win, man. It
Listen,
is what it is.
I don't know what it was, but listen, he tapped in and they got the dub. And we got a game 7. And it's going to be very interesting to see what happens during this game 7 because it really could go either way.
Yeah,
The way, like, and I feel like OKC could pull it out, but it could really go either way, just going off of how this series has been going.
and yo, and look, man, everybody, like you said, man, people slept on this series and it showed out. You know what I'm saying? This game 7 shit is popping. It's good basketball. You know what I mean? It's great basketball to be honest. I mean, yeah, it's great basketball in the sense of you're seeing one team adjust. So boom, game five happens. Pacers, you're like you could be deflated, you could feel defeated, you could feel any other but it's pause. That should sound crazy, but it's like you could really feel like it's over. And what are
Right.
we gonna do?
Right.
We
Right.
gotta go back home though, right? And we got the home crowd behind us. So
Right.
they really said, all right, we locked in on that. And they came out strong because the thing was they were down 10-2 at first. And then
Hmm.
they ended up like outscoring them some crazy amount before the half, like maybe like a 30-point differential as
Right.
far as like from the first quarter to the end of the second quarter. I mean, it's shown resilience. OKC has also shown that in the series,
Right.
but we kind of called this because I said in the last one that when in game five, the Pacers, even though they lost, I was like, yo, they might just fuck around and win game six because the way they came back in game five.
Right.
The fact that they came back and they were down two. OKC, same thing, them down 20 as well, but they never got back to within 10 or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, oh, y'all didn't respond the same way Indiana
Yeah.
did.
Exactly. And
Like,
that's what's gonna make Game Seven interesting.
yeah,
That's what's gonna really make Game Seven interesting because it's like I think we're gonna see how things are gonna turn out within probably like maybe the first 5 minutes because it's gonna we gotta see how OKC responds within them first 5 minutes after that loss.
yeah.
Like are they coming out with the desire to win and playing actually to win, or are they going out there playing not to lose? You 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 feel
Yeah,
me?
and
Are you going out there to try to win this? Or are you gonna just try your best not to lose it?
yeah. What are we doing
Like,
here? What are we doing here?
what
Because
are we doing? Cause right
you're gonna
now,
have to come out swinging. You
yeah,
gotta come
cause
out swinging. You need that. You got the crowd. You got the crowd. You have home court advantage. Y'all been clutch at home. I think that they have a 10-2 record right now in the playoffs at home.
mm-hmm.
I mean, it's Chet. Chet
It's
has to.
chat, bro.
I
It
don't know how
comes
many
down to
times we
chat.
gotta say it, but
It
Chet
comes down to chat, man.
on Sunday night, bro, you better play. You gotta play out of your mind, bro. You have to.
Bro, chat gotta
You
show
have
up.
to if you really want this check. If you want the check, you're gonna need to. You're gonna need a hoop for real.
Because I also think like
What are you
depending
guys?
on
What are you guys talking about? Oh, we talking about sports. It's Primo Sports. Welcome to Primo Sports. Know what I'm saying? You gotta make
um
sure y'all follow the YouTube in the bio. Know what I'm saying? This my co-host Lex. Know what I mean?
yeah, but I question now if OKC loses this series,
Yeah.
what do they do going further with Chet? Do they keep him or do they try to use him as a piece to try to get somebody
Glad
else
you
to
brought
pair
this
with
up.
Jalen
I'm glad you brought
and
this up.
Shea? Because these playoffs are kind of showing where he's at with this team right now. Like, out of all three of them, he's been the weakest link.
And it's shown a little
He's
bit of
not
youth.
showing
It's
up.
shown a little bit of youth, and experience between the whole team. To be honest, as far
That
as like, so maybe they need a vet.
yeah,
And hey, I know a certain vet that used to play for OKC. I
he
mean,
went there one time. He went to the finals one time, right?
he went to the finals.
Right,
He got an MVP over there. He thanked his mama.
right. He told her that she was the real MVP.
So KD,
I wouldn't be mad with an
Pete, and
OKC
Pete, and
reunion.
Pete, and Pete. Maybe Chet just need to be in something different, right?
Maybe.
Maybe Phoenix worked for him with D Book and because Bradley Beal can't be fucking traded, so he's gonna be there forever apparently until he wants to leave. So
Hear me out on this.
Talk to me.
What about somebody like Orlando?
What you mean?
Chet over in Orlando. They need some more shooting.
What I could see that, but who is OKC getting? I need somebody. That's the
Yeah,
whole point.
and they just got rid of 4 picks, so
Yeah, exactly. So the whole point.
so yeah, that might be a toss up. That might be may not work. Because I was gonna say maybe they give him a couple picks because I mean a player for what he showed in the what he's showing right now in the finals. I don't know. Maybe a couple picks though.
I mean, I, he's still young,
Yeah.
developing. So it's like you gotta kind of like it's a gamble. Like, can he really develop into something that we could use for real? And it depends on the situation on the team. But if we're looking at best case scenario for like okay, both teams kind of feel like all right, we could be cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it would be OKC and Phoenix because one, oh, you get to go back. I mean, it's just if they lose, if they
That's
win,
if they lose.
if they
Right, right,
lose,
right. If they
if
win,
they
we could be
win,
having
you
a
gotta
different
keep chat.
conversation.
You
Right.
gotta keep chat,
Do you
and
though?
because you gotta see what, because like one, it's like all right, so what we gonna do? Boom, we just won the chip. Now we just trying to figure something out. Like who we gonna grab? Are we gonna mess up chemistry now that we already have
Right,
with
right.
him?
Makes sense.
We're
Makes
still
sense.
trying to develop him. You know what I'm
Makes sense.
saying?
So maybe you
Like
give them another year or
give
two
him
to
another year,
right,
especially if
right,
we just won the chip.
right. Makes sense.
And
Makes
then
sense.
also we don't know what he's gonna do in Game 7.
We don't.
So if he could fucking ball out in Game 7, he saves his ass. Pause. He saves everything for
Yeah,
himself.
because
He's good. He's signed. He's an OKC legend, and cause especially if it's Game 7, nobody's gonna give a fuck about you. And listen to this one: averaging 11 points, shooting like 30 something percent, 12% from three.
those are his numbers right now.
12%
Oh nah, no,
from
bro.
three.
If I'm gonna tell you right now, if they lose this series, he's gonna probably be one of the top topics on why they lost.
It's 12%.
Bro, you're the big. You're a part of that. You're a part of their big three. You feel me? And you're shooting 12% from three. You're putting up 11 points.
Why?
Why are you starting?
What are we doing?
Why not? Is Hartenstein coming off the bench?
Nah, Hardenstein there, they be playing together. He be like running, Chet be running the four. It'd be like Hardenstein at the five. They be running different lineups and shit. You feel me?
If
But
that's the case, it's too late to make a change now
yeah,
to have him come off the bench now. So,
look,
yo, 12% is horrible, bro.
12%. Bro, what are we doing? It's like I could shoot better than that. All my life I could.
Yo, 12%.
And they be wide open. He just be hitting the side of the rim, like, or just be like, it's no confidence in the shot.
I was about to say maybe
The moment is just fucking with him right now.
maybe
But
it's maybe the moment is just too big at the moment.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, and it's getting to him, and it's messing with his shooting confidence, and it's just messing with his confidence in general.
right,
You know what I mean? Because it's really it's kind of hurting the team because this could be a different series. This probably could have been a 5 game series,
oh, for sure. Oh,
and that's showing, and that's just, and that
Game 1 doesn't happen.
you
We're
know what I
talking a
mean.
whole.
Like this could
You know what I
probably
mean?
be a 5 game series. If anything, 6. This probably could have been over yesterday.
Right.
But with Chet not showing up yesterday, that hurt them. And then with them turning over the ball, however many times they turned it over, it seemed like every time they got the ball, they just turned it over.
Yeah, nah, it was actually ridiculous.
It was just horrible. It was like they were just
eight
giving the ball
eight
away.
turnovers is just you just can't do it.
And
You
TJ
just
McConnell had a good amount of those.
he really be hooping.
Like, bro, he's a hooper,
He's
bro.
really like
He's gonna
And
be
then
the
you know
unsung
what?
hero of this series, bro, if they
And
win.
and then you know what's like making me be like, damn, bro, like it got me cheering for him too. Is like his pops. You feel me? His pops be there, dumb happy. They was
You seen him
they had,
after the game, bro, in
yeah,
the
man.
interview?
Like he was talking, he was jumping panel to each
Yo,
person
to
on the
each dude,
panel to talk to them about his son. I'm like, oh my god. And as a
bro.
parent, I just feel that. And then as like a son, that's had a father that's been proud of. It's the best, bro. It's the best shit. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So
It's dope as shit because
and
he got his daughter in the WNBA and he's
yeah,
watching his son in the
straight work,
finals.
straight work. Shout
Bro,
out, Pop. Shout out, Pop McConnell, man.
yo, word. Shout out to Pop McConnell
I
because
ain't gonna
he's the
lie.
happiest dude in the world right now. Ain't nothing that you could tell this man.
Nah, shout out Pop McConnell, man. He
Ain't
did
nothing that
his
you could tell
thing.
him, bro. He's
That's
doing
real
his thing.
respect, man. I respect it for real, cause that's when you look at life is just like it's bigger than like what you do, right? So like his dad probably was, putting in the hours, working, coming home, and then making sure to still take them to a practice. Do like that's the type of shit that's like that's not there's nothing you could replace with that. Like money is cool. Like that's why when athletes come up, they give their parents so much because they are like, yo, this shit would never
If it wasn't
happen.
for you.
You didn't take if Mom Dukes like you didn't take me to this AAUs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then like with the pops, it's like with me. I come home and I go take Kaylani to go practice softball. You feel me?
Right.
I'm dead exhausted. So I'm pretty sure Pop McConnell was coming home exhausted. But he like, nah, we about to run some drills, son. We gonna run some drills. Me
Let's go
and
work
your
on your
sister.
free throws.
Let's go work. Cause he
Right.
was this shit, what the hell? So it's like, why was he even saying like that's how you know he's such a competitor too. That's what he brought up. He brought up like, yeah, I just wish he didn't miss those two free throws in the
Yeah.
beginning of the game. Like you feel me? Like
Right. Still
that's
gonna tell him.
pops. That's pops always
Right.
coaching, man. Pop shout out Pop McConnell, man. For sure, for sure.
But yeah, man.
But yeah, his daughter played for Phoenix, right?
Hmm.
Which that's gonna get some eyes over there too. You feel
Right.
me? Like TJ McConnell balling is gonna help the WNBA actually as well. Because they gonna now people gonna want to watch to see his sister who you know what I'm saying? Like and then, even though she probably I don't know how good she is to be honest. And then now when you dealing with somebody like Caitlin Clark, who is just I mean, she came back on the bullshit.
Yeah, she came out on the bullshit.
Yo,
Starting fights,
she
putting up
don't
numbers.
bro, I'm gonna be real, she don't be starting shit. Yo, girls be on she be busting ass and girls be wanting to beat her up for it. That's really what it be. Cause she really be hooping, somebody do something and once she react back, that's when everybody wanna start doing some
Yeah.
shit.
Do you think? Do you think?
Like,
Do you think the NBA players want to react the same way when Curry start his bullshit? When he start hitting
bro,
like three, four in
I
a
told
row, bro.
we had this discussion many years ago. I
Like,
said the way that Curry played, there's no way that sometimes you don't want to, just yo fam, come here. Nah, cause what the fuck is up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you just
right.
want to punch him, bro. Like, you really just want to swing on him. Like, yo,
We out
listen,
here
I'm gonna be
embarrassing
a
you.
hundred with you, Curry. I'm done playing this defense shit, bro. I'm gonna need you to see me, bro, because I'm running around 100 picks. I got Draymond talking shit while I'm running around a fucking pick, and you over here shooting 100 threes.
Right.
Bro, I'm not doing this with you.
Like, I can't, bro. I'm
I
tired.
gotta guard you as soon as I wake up.
Right.
I can't go to my car. I
Yeah.
can't do shit. I gotta think about guarding you. Fam, you're gonna need to see me. Stop pulling up that. And for real, stop thinking I'm about to guard you that fucking far, my nigga. Because you pissing me off with that shit.
Yo, facts,
I'm not
man.
about to go out there. I'm not about to go out
Tell
there.
you, bro.
And
Niggas
that
want to
and
fight for real.
and that's I think that's really what it is. And it's like, look, She came back and she went against New York Liberty that hadn't lost a game to that point.
And she handed them
Take
the
that
L.
first L.
Take
Take
that.
that first L.
And
You
that
feel me?
means something too, man, because this chick is you know what I'm saying?
Boom. She
Since college,
the
bro.
last game that she was in, they not. I think it might have been the Phoenix Mercury. Oh no, it was the Connecticut Suns or something like that. I
Okay.
believe that's their name. Um, bro, she hooping, shorty pusher. She, you know what I mean? Yo, what you? Oh no, shorty get up in her face, and she like, yo, get up out of here. Soon as she do that, another girl come through, boom, lay her out. She had 55.
Yeah.
Nah, go ahead, push me on the floor, bitch.
55.
55, ho.
Hold this double nickel
And
right
that's
there.
how they be talking. And yo, suck my nipples, bitch. They be talking crazy.
I bet that she said suck my nipples. That's wild.
I know you wear extra large.
Like that's
I know
wild.
your maxi pad is extra large, bitch. Like I know they be
They
saying crazy
probably
shit.
do be saying some wild shit that only a female can say to another female.
Yeah.
Because if two men was to say that to one another, death.
I heard you menstruating, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like be to the older one. Or whatever was it, menopause? It's one of them. I heard you menopause and had
Go through menopause.
got Sue Bird dumb mad because she menopausing.
Yeah, you wild.
And she just out there hooping on her, out here dropping 55. But look, WNBA is like that shit exciting, bro. Like I definitely definitely been watching a couple games and that Paige Buckner shorty, telling you,
She's out here.
shorty out of UConn
She's
going
out here
in
balling, man. I've been
stupid.
seeing her
She
highlights.
really got the bag too. She's really like that.
I've been seeing her highlights, and she's definitely looking like, all right, I gotta pay more attention to what's going on over here in the dub, because
Yeah.
yeah, there's good players over there, but it's kind of hard to watch when you got the excuse me, the NBA finals
Oh
going
yeah,
on.
the finals is going
You know
on,
what I
but
mean?
yeah.
It's like
And
putting more
they be
focused
playing at
on
the
that.
same time and shit. It's
Yeah,
like
so it's like, am I
crazy.
gonna watch a Mercury game or am I gonna watch the finals? I'm gonna
Yeah,
watch
it's
the finals. You know what I'm
pretty
saying?
easy
There's no
choice.
disrespect to the W, because they're doing their thing out there. There's a lot of ballers out there, and I feel like the league is only gonna get better. It's only gonna grow. Um, because just with the players that you have there with Caitlin and Paige now, they're bringing some excitement, more excitement. Even Angela Reese bringing the excitement there, and
She's
once
exciting, but she's annoying. I
and
ain't gonna lie.
she is, but we're
She
just gonna, because of what she brought and
yeah.
the attention that the W's getting because of it, we're just gonna acknowledge that. We're not gonna get all crazy into it. We already know. But it'll be cool to see what Juju's gonna do when she hit the league.
She gonna come through and fuck bitches
You know what I'm
up. I
saying?
ain't gonna lie.
It's gonna be cool to see what Juju do. Once she gets healed up, because she had that little knee injury. So hopefully she get healed up
Nah, she gonna go crazy,
and
man.
go crazy in that.
Yeah, she gonna hoop for sure. She gonna come in averaging 30 off the rip. I feel like ain't nobody fucking with her. You feel me? She gonna
Yeah,
do her thing. USC one more time.
you
Come
know,
out and go crazy.
it's gonna be interesting next couple years, I think, for the W, man, because they got a lot of talent over there.
It's just it's Caitlin Clark is just making such a fucking statement right now. It's crazy. Like
Oh
this
yeah,
impact is wild. She's already like I ain't gonna lie, yo. Like if she stays like this in 5 years, and she gets like some chips too, in 5 years, she's like 5 6 years, she's up there already. Like
right.
one of the best ever.
They pretty much
Cause
already label her like the greatest, bro, already.
it's hard not to because
You know,
what they're probably thinking in their head is all the people that we think was the best,
right?
we don't think they could fuck with her.
Yeah,
That's basically what they're saying.
right, right.
They go Diana Taurasi, that's cool. She's pulling up from the logo consistently too.
Yeah,
Like You talk your little shit about her, and she proved you wrong. You feel me? You thought that she was, you thought the WNBA was gonna be something different. My whole thing is, yo, can y'all just stop trying to beat her up? Like it'd be crazy. It's like I get it, bro. Y'all mad, but get over that shit. Like, come on now, let her hoop, man. Let her
Yeah,
hoop, cause
let
that
her
shit
hoop.
would be corny as hell. If, like,
Let her
yeah,
hoop.
it'd be corny as hell if y'all really hurt her one day. You know what I'm saying? And then we get to miss out on greatness because y'all jealous. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's every WNBA player. I'm saying the ones that choose to like, take it to an extra length with her for like no reason. She could be competitive, so if she push somebody back, you don't gotta push her onto the floor. Feel me? Because I
Right.
guarantee you, if it
Yeah.
was anybody else on the team that did that, you wouldn't have pushed them onto the floor. But you saw it was Caitlin Clark, so you're like, oh yeah, I'm a bum anyway, because the shorty that did it don't even be hooping for real. So it's like, you know, get over it, man. It's a new wave. Just like Freedom Sports is a new wave. Everybody just got to get over it, man. That's it. We gotta things change, and you gotta accept it. And why not? Why would y'all even be mad at her? She about to help everybody get a bag. That's what I really don't understand. I'll be like, yo, Kate, yo, why y'all pushing this girl? Y'all
You
bugging.
know, the bag that's about to come to the W, if she just keeps it up, it's gonna be crazy because you already got like because Boston's already trying to get a W team in there. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
honestly think it's gonna get hard, but they're trying to get a team for Boston. So yeah, you already see expansion coming. I mean, Tom Brady now, he's part owner of the Aces. So, you're getting a lot more celebrity and a lot more revenue is going to be coming to the league because of, these big names that are starting to get involved with the league and people trying to put
Right.
teams in other cities besides the ones that, you know, been there. So it's gonna be an interesting time to see what's gonna happen in the next couple of years to see if there's gonna be even some more teams added, or if there's just gonna be a longer schedule. I mean,
Look,
there's so much room for
yeah.
improvement when it comes to their league because I know it's been around for what since like '96 maybe.
Yeah, it's been about
So
30
it's
some
yeah,
years.
so it's
Yeah.
been
Almost
around
almost
for a
30
while.
years.
So but it seems like just now though, within the last couple years, it really started to get more of a look.
Yeah.
So what's gonna like and with Steph going against this girl in the 3-point contest a
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
years ago, that helped out a lot.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Because it showed that girls could shoot too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? She lost, but still, you know what I'm
Nah, she
saying?
was hella close though.
She was right there, and it goes to show like, nah, these chicks could ball,
Nah,
bro.
the skill level is getting crazy
You know what I'm
too.
saying?
They getting better and better, man. The handles,
Look at Asia Wilson, bro. Or
yeah,
yeah, that's her name, right?
yeah,
Asia
yeah.
Wilson. Yeah, I mean, she's been the MVP what 3 years in a row, something like
Some shit
that.
like that. She be hooping.
Got like what 3 chips or something like
Yeah.
that. That chick Katie
The
Plum.
only reason why, like, what people gotta understand too is like, yo, flashiness sells. Like the long three, that sells. The crossover pulling up from the logo, that sells. Like
Right.
that's what really separates somebody like to be a superstar for real. Like a superstar is not just you're nice at ball. You gotta be nice and you gotta put asses in that seat. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? We gotta put asses in the seats at the end of the day. So you're a main draw, you're a main attraction. People are paying to go see Caitlin Clark. They dropping the dollars. You know what I'm saying? So again, let's just I would support her. You know what I mean? I would just be like, let's go. Like help me get this bag so that way I don't gotta fucking play overseas during the off season and shit like that.
Right.
Let me just play in the WNBA, you know what I'm saying? And then with that new league that they got too, that one that they just did. What was that shit called? But they have a new league now too. The like it's not WNBA.
No, I think I know what you're talking about because they
Yeah,
had a couple games on. I think it was on TNT or something like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is like it got mad attention and
Yeah.
it was a lot of highlights on there. So it's just like, look, man, let the women let's hoop. let's hoop, but let's not. Let's be aggressive, of course. Like I love competitiveness, but let's just not have malice in our hearts or anything like that because
Right.
this girl is coming in and busting y'all ass.
Right.
Just
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 go ball up.
just go ball up, get
Go
better, work
ball
on
up,
it.
bro.
Just work on it.
Study her game to see what you can do to stop her.
Yeah, cause
You know
that
what I
throwing her on the
mean?
floor shit and doing this extra shit is
It ain't.
corny, bro. It's not it.
It's not helping the
It's
situation.
not gonna help the brand.
You know what I mean? Like it. It just it's not gonna make y'all look good in the long run. You know what I mean? It's only gonna make y'all overall look bad. So
You know,
just
God,
hoop.
yeah,
Just hoop. Just
cause
go out there, hoop, beat her. You know, be the one that could say that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I was the one that locked her up, or I was the one that beat her in the finals, or
cause look,
whatever the case may
she
be.
hoop right, but
Hmm.
she technically haven't won shit.
Right,
She didn't win in high school. Excuse me. She didn't win. She didn't win in college.
right,
And I mean, she's only been. It was only her second year, but you know,
right.
it.
She has the potential to win.
So look. Stop hating on her so damn much. She ain't even win nothing. She just
Right.
hooping.
I think it's all the hype behind it that got these
Yeah,
chicks
they just
just
mad
tight.
about it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it got them tight. It got them, panties in a bunch, just upset because it's like, who is this chick that's just coming in here and all of a sudden now she's the one?
Yeah.
But NBA had to deal with that too. You know what I mean? Like,
It's just how you. It's the style of play. It's attractive. You know what I mean. You're gonna there hasn't been a female to do this. So especially like that too, in that situation, you're the first one that's doing this shit as a female. Yeah, we've had great 3-point shooters, you know what I'm saying? But bro, from the logo, like when it's whenever too, and they coming off of crossovers, you know how fucking hard that is to cross over and then make a three from the fucking logo?
yeah,
That's crazy.
like what she's doing is good for the league, man.
But you know, but again though, I'm saying that she's doing that. That's not her main way of scoring, obviously, if she had 55.
Right.
But I think the only one that could really challenge her is gonna be Paige. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
then when Juju come in, shit's gonna change again.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all good.
It
Embrace
is.
this shit.
It is.
Don't hate on and especially, you know, you gotta think like this too. Imagine how salty. All right, boom. You've been in WNBA for when the hell did the NIL shit? It was like 2-3 years ago, right? When it first started.
Yeah.
So let's say you was in the WNBA from 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? You still in the league.
Right.
Shorty just made 2 M's in college. You still ain't touched 2 M's.
You're tight.
You're mad.
You're upset.
But understand this. If that girl comes in and she hoops and you just continue working on your craft, you're year 5, you're not done, obviously.
No, you still got a good amount of basketball left.
Get better, right? Now you could get the 2M contract. Stop, but don't pocket watch. Yeah, she's gonna get 20 mil.
Also too.
But let that let the brand get built.
Right.
Bro,
And like going off of that, like what if this person is nice, right? But because the W hasn't gotten the recognition until Caitlyn came in. Now that she's there, now that because people are watching her, they're gonna be watching you. Because if you gotta play her, they're gonna see you.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to see you, especially if you one of them ones either on the team or just in the league in general. They gotta see you. So then off of that, like they could be like, yeah, Caitlyn's nice, but yo, that chick right there is my favorite player.
Hello.
I love the way she play. Yo, nah, the way she does, nah, her whole game is nah. Caitlyn's nice, don't get me wrong, but such and such from the Mystics is that's the one for me. You know what I mean?
And then look at the reverse side. If you go ahead and you're the one that pushes Caitlin Clark, you're the one that hurts her. Nobody fucks with you.
Right.
Now your whole brand fucked.
Right. Now it's a damn.
Nah, you're corny for that. Why? Because she was pulling up from three in your face.
Opposed to being the one that's like, nah, you challenged her. Like,
yeah,
damn, Caitlyn was pulling up from three. But yo, shorty right here.
Yeah.
Man, Caitlyn had 30, but this chick had a mean 28.
Right.
With 8 boards.
And she
had 5 assists.
And she cooked her on one play. Like caught her with a
with a mean cross and then hit her with the midi.
Right. Right, you're right.
You know what I mean? So like doors can open in so many different ways just by like, all right, nah, let her in. That's cool. Nah, she thinks she that well. Watch. I'ma lock her up.
Yeah.
I'ma give her 40.
Yeah.
I'm going for 40 on her. Nah, fuck that, coach. Give me the rock. I'm going for 40.
Yep.
Just let her hoop though.
Nah, let her hoop.
Let her hoop. All you gotta do is
let her do what she gotta do, man. Shout out Caitlin Clark, man. Shout out her dropping 55, you know what I'm saying? And I think she gonna get rings for sure, man. I don't see how she doesn't, cause I mean you just build around that. It's kind of crazy and shit. What about like Juju goes to Indiana? Like we don't know. We don't know what could happen.
One and the two. And that's your one and your two.
You're winning a couple chips. Yeah. You're winning a couple chips. And then boom. So now let's transition. Chips, rings. You've heard LeBron. You've heard this LeBron ring culture conversation. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions?
Rings matter.
Right, okay.
Rings matter. Rings matter, bro. It's the reason why these players are playing. At least what I feel. Because not for nothing, I never heard anything like this brought up until he brought it up. I feel like the players that played and they lost I feel like they've almost accepted where they at, what happened in their careers. You feel me? And they didn't win. They didn't win a chip. They didn't win a chip. It sucked. They accepted it though. I feel like there's no real acceptance for what's going on right now. Like, bro, you have all the stats, fam. You got to play with your son. You have those things that are over the man that you're trying to be over. Because I feel like this is what what this breaks down to. Because everybody's coming at him because he has all of this. But because he's 4-6 in the finals, now we can't call him the GOAT. Nigga, cause I don't think you the GOAT, bro. I don't see no GOAT in any sport that has a losing record when it comes to their finals appearances in the biggest moments. I see more winning than losing in those moments.
Right.
So now because you have this a losing record in this moments, now we gotta be on some let's just overlook that.
Look.
All right. We call Jerry West Mr. Clutch, right? They call Jerry West Mr. Clutch, right?
Yeah.
But he has a losing record in the finals.
Right.
Would you put him over a Larry Bird?
No. Never. This is what I'm saying. So when you're having the conversation, you're not dismissing what Jerry West did.
Not at all.
You're just
because saying, yes, he came up in clutch moments.
Right. But
in the biggest moments, a lot of those moments you had to play the Celtics, right?
Yeah.
And you came up short in those moments.
Right. And you would have to say that somebody that has more rings. So basically like the whole thing is we're not going to say when we're saying somebody has more rings, it's not diminishing the other person's career. We're just saying that this person is better than that person. So like Jordan and Kobe, right? You would say they're very similar, right? They're obviously he mimicked this game after MJ, right? They have a lot of similar stats.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of shit MJ got over him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some shit Kobe got that MJ don't got, right?
Right.
So now you have to go, okay, we'll say you're the same type of player, caliber player. Now, what is the metric now we have to change the metric, okay? How many rings do you have? You got 5. I got 6,
Mm-hmm.
and I never lost
Right.
in the finals.
Right.
Right? So, since we are the same caliber player, but I have an accolade that you don't,
Mm-hmm.
this puts me above you.
Right.
Right? So, when you want to go, but then people want to go the route, oh, but what about Bill Russell? That's cool. 11 rings.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Right.
Insane. 5, that is a whole 5 more than Michael Jordan, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now we have to take that. We have to start breaking down the accolades with it.
Right.
To see, okay,
MVPs.
was Bill Russell the best player on those teams? No. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He wasn't. He was the best. Was he the best center in the league? I mean, not with Will Chamberlain there. He might have had a played better against Wilt Chamberlain and maybe had better record than him.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not gonna say that, bro, this man had 100 points in the game.
Right, like
50,
Will Chamberlain was the better
52
offensive player.
and 25
Right.
for a season.
Right.
Okay? But when it comes to like, so now you're like, okay, boom. You weren't the best player in the league. You weren't the best player on your team, right? Not you were one of the best for sure.
Right.
You weren't the best player on your team, right? But you have 11 chips. Okay. Not saying that you're like Robert Ory, but I'm saying like that's the argument for when people try to say shit. Now we have to take the other shit. My fault. We got to take the other shit into consideration.
Right.
Because we got to say, okay, you got mad chips, but what did you contribute to the chips?
Right.
I know Bill Russell contributed a lot.
Right.
But Michael contributed everything.
Right.
Like this is Mike.
Right.
Like now we have to take in significance what was your impact in the finals too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So like Curry, he got four chips,
Mm-hmm.
right? Only one finals MVP.
Mm-hmm.
But he was impactful and everything.
Right.
But KD was going stupid.
Right.
He got robbed with the Iguodala shit. I don't give a fuck, bro. Curry had way better numbers, all that shit. And to say that Iguodala was locking up LeBron is absolutely insane. He averaged like a whole triple double for the fucking series. Like 30, 10, and 10, some crazy shit.
Right.
But so, you know, now you have to, there's just certain shit you have to start evaluating now to separate people. And then, so yeah, you could be like Bill Russell got the 11, but Mike got 6 and like was the 6.
Mm-hmm.
Like I made this 6 happen. Like this is me. Like, bro, you know, Bill Russell played with mad Hall of Famers.
Right. The Celtics just
they were stacked.
Were just stacked with like because with Bill Russell, he wasn't the offensive threat. He was the defensive threat, right? He was the defensive like mastermind, if you would say, right? Because he was able to lock up Wilt Chamberlain and a lot of these other guys off of his defense. He wasn't necessarily an offensive threat though. You know what I mean? You had other players like Kuzi and a list of others because there's just so many jerseys that are in the rafters. It's crazy. So just the Celtics as a team,
yeah,
crazy. That's like with the Lakers, so many players that it's crazy, right? So like you could even take like, all right, you got a Robert Ory, right? 7 rings. You take his resume and then you put it up against somebody like Jordan who has 6, right? Big Shot hit the big shots, right?
That's cool. Right.
He hit the big shots.
Yeah.
Mike was giving you 40.
How much you average, Robert Ory?
Mike was giving you 40.
Exactly. This is where where we separate.
And this is different. It's Mike was giving you 40 and you couldn't sleep the night before.
Right.
With Robert Ory, it was do not leave him open.
Right.
You feel me?
So it's rings matter, right? Rings matter, but you also need the extra accolades as well to be considered the GOAT, right? So it has to be a combination of shit. It's like, okay, Tom Brady, 7 Super Bowls, but also has what, like 3 league MVPs. You know what I'm saying? Did he win, fucking at multiple Super Bowl MVPs? This is a crazy. This is what I'm
Passing
saying.
records,
This is
playoff records. These are things that like
winning,
the accolades that
right?
he added to his resume to make these players say, "Well, hey,
Right. Cause let's say he would have got 7 rings, right? But let's say he wasn't a quarterback, like he was like the
Right.
slot receiver for the team. You'd be like, you got 7, but you caught like 2 passes.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like the 7 is cool, like rings matter, but you need the other shit too when it comes to being
You do.
to
You need
be
other shit on your resume to say, okay, we can put you in this. Because there are great players that don't have rings that are better than players who do have rings, where you're like, if only this player had that ring, then now we're looking at him totally different.
totally different.
You feel me? Totally different. You know what I mean? Like, and one of them, Melo. If Melo just had one, we're looking at Melo, and I'm a huge Melo.
Yeah, but to be real, look, even if he had one, we wouldn't say he's the best small forward of all time because it's just one. Because now we're gonna say, okay, you got one. Who else is at your position? LeBron, you know what I'm saying? KD, right?
Right.
So now we're like, you're great. You're not the greatest though. But hey, we're not saying you're ass.
We're not saying you're trash. You're
But
still
now,
great.
but now you got this ring. We're like, yo, but we could make solid arguments for you now. Like
Right.
nobody can fight me on this
Right.
shit.
Now
You know
we
what I'm
can
saying?
actually say
I could be like, yo,
something
he
because
top 3
you
for
got
sure though.
right, like you got some actual, pause, some hardware to say like, nah, I'm up there now.
Cause now cause since he don't got it, now you could be like Tracy, right? You could just start naming other small forwards that'd be like, nah, he was better.
Like,
You
if
know
he
what I'm
got the ring,
saying?
what if he got one?
Right.
What if he got one?
But no, what I'm trying to say is that now for Melo, it's like he can't separate from them.
Yeah.
He can't separate from T Mac and them because he didn't get it. You feel me?
He's right.
He got to stay with them, but they still all great.
All of them.
They
Yeah.
just
You're not gonna. If you're playing a game of pickup and you see either one of them out there, and somebody choose one, you're gonna choose the other.
Right. It's cool.
Bro, oh, you got Melo? Cool. I got T Mac.
Right.
Like,
prime.
what do you?
We coolin'.
Like, bro, I still got a hooper. What are you talking about, bro? All we're gonna do is have a great game now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like, so it's like
not diminishing them at all.
At all. It's like you're still getting your flowers, but now it's just like
if we're making a list, we have to do this.
Right. It's like I just have to put you on a lower tier that I'm gonna put somebody else on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like I just really feel like we've never heard this brought up until this conversation that we just heard this week.
Yeah, nah.
We haven't heard anything like that be brought up until we heard this conversation. Which is like, why is this even brought up, bro? One, you're on the Mount Rushmore. We all pretty much agree with it,
You
right?
cool, man. You're there.
You're on the Mount Rushmore.
You're
bro.
top 4, top 3,
Bro.
top 2. For me, I'm honestly, you're second best player.
Like, yo, bro,
play the game. I'm not lying. This is how I feel. I'm not changing that.
You can put you in. Whoever picks you for what? If somebody picks you number one, I'm not gonna be mad at it, especially if there's somebody in that watched you from when they were a child, being born when you came in.
Yeah.
Of course they're gonna choose you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And of course for me, I'm always gonna put Mike above you. And it's not the shit on you.
Man, a lot of people gonna put Kobe.
I got him. I'm putting Mike above you. I just because being there as a kid, having them sneakers, watching them games, watching that what they call the flu game, and seeing all of these things, it's like, bro, you didn't see nobody like Mike, bro. Everybody wanted to be like Mike, and you don't hear nobody talking about some they wanted to be like Braun.
Yeah, and other people ate in your era for real. Like, look, I know people got right on Jordan, but once Jordan got right, nobody got right.
Nobody got right.
Everybody got.
He had to leave for somebody for them to get right.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So it's like
Both times.
because now it really is the argument, especially if somehow Curry could get another one. Now we gotta argue, are you even better than Curry? Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't
Right. Do
know.
we put you like because like
I mean, it's hard to
the
do because
debate?
that's a crazy, there's such different styles of basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
And that's why I'm comfortable with being on some more like opposed to like I know we do this overall great thing and like
yeah,
everybody's gonna have their choice and their pick. That's why I'm more it's like why don't we just stick to the generational thing? This person was the greatest of his generation. This person was the greatest of his generation. This person was the greatest of their generation. Because in every generation, obviously the rules change,
I
things
think,
ain't like this,
yeah,
that, you know what I mean? Like so
I think because when you do that, I mean, as silly as this sounds, it's because it kills the debate. Because then now it's like, what are we gonna debate? Now we could just all agree on, I mean, I guess you could debate the errors, but I feel like once you separate it to errors, it's pretty solidified on who's the GOAT of each one.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way, 2000 and 2010, that's Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's Kobe. 2010, 2020, that's Bron. Before Kobe, that's Jordan. Before Jordan, that's Magic and Bird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to, because
Then
if it
then
wasn't for Magic and Bird, bro, dude, they saved the league.
yeah, then before that, that's Dr. J, like, Will Chamberlain, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just like this just gonna be pretty easy to make the list.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of takes away the debate. I guess that's probably the reason why people don't
I
do the
could see
generation.
that.
But I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying like
I could see
that's
that
just probably the
happening.
reason why they don't. You know, they got to keep something to talk
To
about.
keep having the
Yeah,
debate to
to keep
see
having the
who's
conversation.
the ultimate one.
Then
I guess it does make it fun to
yeah,
some
yeah.
degree. You know what I mean? Give you something to
Because
debate
when you
about,
really
argue
do think
about a
about it,
little
it
bit.
is an impossible comparison because they're like just how different the leagues are to even compare a player from the 90s to a player from 2025 is crazy.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Like I'm not,
Because not for nothing, a lot of the things that are being said about the 80s and 90s, they're gonna be saying the same thing about this generation 20, 30 years from now.
yeah, it's never ever. The
These
game is
niggas was
forever.
soft, they played
Yeah,
like this, it's gonna always be like that, bro.
nah, for sure.
It's gonna oh this generation was harder than this one. Like, yeah, but then that generation had to deal with this that y'all didn't have to deal with. And
Yeah,
then a generation before that had to deal with this that y'all didn't have to deal with. You know what I mean? So it's yeah, it's always gonna be that. It's always gonna be that.
yeah, man. I love I love debates, but I think when it's that one, man, it's
I try not to have
you're
it
gonna
anymore.
cause I ain't gonna lie, some people get fucking really serious about this shit. It's pretty stupid, but
Yeah,
you know what I mean. People got their goats. People got their people that they looked up to, and
right.
it's tough when people are you have to be able to have a friendly debate about shit. Be like, I see your side, but I don't really agree with it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's just what it is.
You can always agree to disagree.
Yeah, but this shit is fire though. It's fire to just even just what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Our discussions and shit like that. This is like what sports needs. Just regular people like me and you. You know what I'm saying? That we know how to play some ball and shit. You know what I mean? We were athletic in our younger days and shit. Didn't play for no colleges and none of that, but we know the game. You know what I'm saying? So I think even us having these discussions, that's why you got to keep that shit alive. Like, fuck it. Let's talk about who's the GOAT, who's the best. But there are
Yeah,
certain shit that is, you're not about to argue nothing. Like Steph Curry being the best shooter of all time. Stop.
you
Let's
can't.
not.
You
Don't
can't.
ever say he's
Yeah,
not. Stop it. Don't do that.
yeah,
This doesn't make any
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to start, overall shooter, whatever, then I guess. But if you want to go, who's the best 3-point shooter of all time?
You say Steph. He got
And
the
it's
record. He's
just
got it.
stop. Don't do anything. Don't
He's
say
got it.
nothing else. Don't say
I'm
nothing
not
else.
like I'm not gonna lie. When I was watching it, I got to watch the game. I was like, do it now. Like I wanted to get the first shot he took. I wanted him to like, yo, do it now, bro.
Yeah.
I
Because he
want
saw
to
him in
see this.
Davidson going stupid.
I want to see this, bro. I gotta see this,
I'll
bro.
never forget, man. RP my dad. We was like talking about it was the draft coming up because that's the year Blake went first.
Right.
So me and Pops was talking. I'm like, he's like, who you think should go first in the draft? I'm like, Curry off the rip. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause
Right.
like I love the three ball, man, and I already been in love with like shooting from far. Like I've been doing that. I did that as a kid and all of that shit. So like once I saw him and Davidson going crazy, I was like, bro, he's in Davidson averaging 40 and like dropping motherfuckers off in the tournament. Like, you feel me?
Which was crazy.
I'm like, nah, we like he had Braun pull up to a Davidson game. Davidson. I don't even know where the hell that's at.
Somewhere in North Carolina.
There you go. So you know what I mean? Well, Dad, I'm not gonna lie. He's like, you can't. He's like, Kobe, you can't. He's like, you gotta take Blake because big, size and all of that. And then I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm taking Curry. And then, shit happened, shit played out. I mean, Blake, don't get twisted. Blake had a great career in the beginning, but the
Yeah.
league changed very fast and it became like you gotta have a jumper, bro. And the jumper wasn't he developed it a little bit towards the end when he was like playing with the Pistons and shit, but
Hmm.
it was never like there for that wasn't his game. But Curry made literally changed the game, man. Like he
He
changed
legit
everything.
changed the game, and that's probably one of the biggest things on his resume, because it's like the accolades, yeah, he got those, but he made a whole era play the way that he plays.
No, like every team is shooting
He made
mad threes.
everybody, and not for nothing, that goes up there with that. I want to be like Mike.
Yeah, no, mad
That
kids wanted
goes
to be
up
like
there
Curry.
with that, bro.
Mad kids want to be like Curry.
You feel me? That goes up there with the
But I
AI
will say,
influence.
but no, I'm gonna be real though. I'm gonna be 100. A lot of because when Brown was coming up, I was like in middle school, high school shit. Nah, we wanted motherfuckers was fucking with Braun heavy. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like getting the first pair of LeBrons. You know what I'm saying? Jerseys. There was mad LeBron jerseys in school and shit like that. I will say
I
that.
bet.
I'll
I
say
bet.
that. But Curry took Under Armour and made it popular. Okay, people are rocking Under Armour shoes, but we'll make fun of you for that shit. You
Bro.
could wear some Currys now. They'd be like, "No, it's Currys." Good. Say that. I mean, you really wear them to hoop though. You don't wear them to.
You're not wearing them as a
But
fashion
yeah,
statement.
you wear them to. You
But
might still get bullied for that. But playing wise, I mean, come on, bro. Look how much he sold. Look how many pairs he sold. He has his own brand now from the shit. Like it's
yeah,
amazing,
I
man.
mean, like I just still bug out off of the fact that when you would go and watch little kids or you see highlights or whatever, the first thing that they're trying to do is shoot a three
Yeah,
from
nah.
the furthest point on the court. And it's like, bro, you're not even strong enough to get it that far.
That ass.
You're nowhere near that strong. And yet you're trying to chuck this from like beyond the three, fam. Like, chill out. Let's learn some form shooting first, you know what I'm saying? Learn how to use the backboard a little bit, because I mean shit. But
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
he really made people play a whole different brand of basketball, and it's crazy. It was so ill that it pissed you off to some degree, because you get mad at your team for trying to play like that.
Yeah, like why we
You know
shooting
what I'm
that many
saying?
damn
Like, yo,
threes?
stop, man. Stop getting
Motherfuckers will
80
literally have
threes,
a
bro.
fast break and stop and pull up the three. But hey, look, man, that's the way the game changed. And speaking of changing the game, that's what the fuck we're doing, man. That's a wrap on this episode, man. It's Primo Sports. That's episode 5 in the books. Starting to get a little bit more professional out here, as you see. Shout out to co-host Lex. We coming out here every Friday, man. Which is nonstop. Y'all got 2 episodes in 1 week because we just don't stop, man. Like this is it. So love y'all. Appreciate everybody that tuned in on TikTok. We not paying attention really like that because we're recording on the OBS, which is why you're not hearing us through the mics, but the OBS is. So thank y'all for bearing with us. Good night. I love y'all.
Y'all be easy, stay safe.
Y'all ready?